Hello again. It's Friday, November 1st, 2019. This is Journal TV and I'm Jerry Clark. It's time for the news. In what is an unusual he said, she said battle, the lines have been drawn in a property easement dispute in Iron Gate. On the one hand, the town doesn't understand why Jennifer Simpson won't agree to access of her property to fix a pipe. On the other, she said she was ignored for months before taking legal action. It's a $30,000 dispute. Listen.
Who is apparently Ms. Simpson's attorney. So that's just one of multiple facts he got wrong in his report to Mr. Gleason for the paper. So none of the facts in the threatened lawsuit, none of the facts in the paper match up with any sort of reality. So that's why we're here, is to talk about that, talk about what the town's options are. Where we stand now, I think most of you probably know, is that the town was attempting to help a resident figure out the issues on her property. And now, a couple months later, we've been threatened with a lawsuit. So as things stand now, the town, it has been demanded that in addition to the $20,000 the town has already allocated to go fix this pipe, the money's out there, checks ready to be written, we got a contractor lined up, $20,000 the town is already allocated, willing to spend to fix this problem. That's taken care of. On top of that, now the property owner wants at least $30,000 in addition from the town to be allowed to come onto her property and fix the pipe she claims is our problem.
There should be much more Iron Gate related news, but a power outage caused the meeting to be delayed until tonight. Vice Mayor Richard Erskine remains hospitalized, and the town will attempt to deal with a council seat vacancy, among other items. The problem of loneliness is getting more and more regional attention, and one effort to address it was made this past week with Push physical theater artists in the area to work with various groups. Watch.
But Cigna Health study on loneliness and profound loneliness, and people think of that word very, very differently. They have different emotional connections to that word. We can call it what we want: disaffection, disconnection, loneliness. They drew a direct and bright line between loneliness and public health, not just mental health, not just emotional health, as we've known it all this time. What the Cigna study said was profound loneliness was equivalent to smoking 15 packs a day. That's the impact of 15 cigarettes a day. That's the impact it had on your body.
Brings full circle what we want to end up with from this project and those in the future, is that we're looking to create a community contact team of those safe people.
Yes.
That if there were someone who was in crisis, they would feel safe reaching out to.
And now a word from our sponsor. Why is Dr. Paul Lincoln Hooker happy? Wouldn't you be if you just found out your idea was approved for yet another $240,000 grant? Listen.
This year we received the $240,000, and that's going to allow us to finish up the entry of the building, the electrical work, close up the windows that are still open in the back, and a little extra left over so that the restrooms are in operation.
Iron Gate Baptist Church pastor David Hanks knows there's one good way to meet new people: feed them free. That's what's going to happen at his church on Tuesday, November 19th. Watch.
Tuesday, November 19th at 5 p.m., we're going to offer a free community dinner. We're going to have full Thanksgiving fixings, homemade mashed potatoes.
The whole thing.
The whole thing, homemade stuffing, and not the stuffing out of the box. I mean, like homemade.
A series of programs known as American Evolution will take place in November, courtesy of a grant received by the Allegheny Highlands Chamber of Commerce. Much Afro-American heritage will be featured. Listen.
And the events in November really focus on the significant contribution of African Americans in this country. They arrived here under very unfortunate conditions, and it was actually a mistake that slavery came to this country. It was a benefit in the long run because we were blessed with the culture and the development of our country through the presence of these African Americans. And that today we are going to highlight a lot of their accomplishments in music, in food, in culture, and all of these will be highlighted in the events for November.
Remember to set your clocks back 1 hour before you go to bed on Saturday night. Daylight saving time technically ends at 2 a.m. on Sunday. And we'll be right back.
I'm Allegheny County Covenant Sheriff Kevin Hall. For the past 12 years, I've been honored to be your sheriff. The safety of this community is my team's top concern, something we train continuously for. With more than 34 years of local law enforcement experience, I ask for your support once again this November.
Let's take a look at some upcoming events. And now for local obituaries. Eddie Berry Jr., 84 of Buena Vista, died on Thursday. Virginia Skaggs, 90, formerly of Lewisburg, died on Tuesday. And Keith Simmons Jr., 61 of Clifton Forge, died on Thursday. More information on all obituaries may be found on AlleghenyJournal.com. Let's check out the local weather forecast. On Saturday, it should be sunny, high of 58 and a low of 31. And on Sunday, mostly sunny, high of 53 and a low of 32. And on Monday, mostly sunny, high of 59 and a low of 37 degrees. And that's the way it is on Friday, November 1st, 2019. More stories, photos, videos, and interviews are available 24/7, 365 on AlleghenyJournal.com, YouTube, and on our soaring Facebook page. Thanks very much for watching Journal TV.
Pre-planning a funeral presents a loving and considerate gift to your family. Making decisions now provide a framework for future choices. We invite you to stop by the funeral home. Let us answer any questions you may have about pre-funding or pre-arranging a funeral service.